Hey everybody, RC here. Just moving ahead into our next episode of our Let's Play Rimworld, a tribe called Simnation. This is the fourth episode. So we're pretty early on in the going. You see a lot of things going on over here. We've got a fire, we need defenses, Chris needs treatment, we have low food, we actually have no food, and Frankua and Redbird are exhausted. Now, if you don't remember from last episode, we had a severe storm, and we had 5 or 6 lightning strikes that caught fire and have basically laid waste to this entire area. And we have pretty much written off this entire northern part. I've undone that area. Frankua and Redbird are going to finish off this little section to try to keep it from spreading to the east. And then we have Chris and Brian over to the right, to the east side, trying to put out this area. And I've even deleted this area here because there's really nothing else it can burn up. Now, it is getting dangerously close if it keeps spreading. The weather's clear, so we have no rain to help us fight this fire. And I tell you what, fire is one of the biggest problems I have in this game. I just never have enough firefighters, especially when something like this transpires. So right now we'll take a look at Chris, because he has been burned on his torso and his left arm, which has weakened his manipulation just a little bit, and he's in a little bit of pain. So he's still able to go, but eventually he'll have to get back and get some medical treatment. Of course, we're here in the early going. We don't have a lot of medical ability right now. We do have some medicine, but we don't have any beds whatsoever. So, also taking a look, Redbird is our hunter, and he's out fighting fires. So we've marked a few animals down here in this southwest zone for him to hunt. An ostrich, there was a boar, and I think that's the only 2 that I did, because remember, right now we can butcher and cook, but we have not researched electricity yet, so there's really nothing that we can do at that point as far as keeping food long term. So anything that we have more than a couple of days is going to spoil and go bad. So we're going to be living a hand-to-mouth existence at least until we can get the research done for electricity. Crops are coming in good. They're about halfway grown, most of them. Some of them grow quicker than others, but we are going to have some items, cotton and rice. So we'll have some rice that we can eat, and then we'll have strawberries and potatoes coming in a little bit later. So let's go ahead and unpause the game, and we're going to go ahead and knock it up to speed 2. RC can't fight fire, that's why he's down here digging away at some steel. And let's get back up to where these guys are fighting the fight. So it looks like Frankua and Redbird have almost put that out, and that was the end of the zone there. Now it's going to spread back, so that's an issue. Let's see, Frankua collapsed. And I don't want, in fact, I'm going to mark him for the military, and I'm going to bring him back home. And hopefully he'll get some sleep there. Let's see, we've got a raccoon that caught on fire. That's great. Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. I think we're done with this fire. Let me clear out this home area. And the reason I say I think we're done with it is it's starting to spread to the north, and it's just not enough to hassle with right now. May want him to pick that part up just to knock it out. Well, it can't go any further south, so I'm not worried about it. Alright, so we're going to get these guys to get back home. And hopefully get some rest here. Frankua, I'm going to unassign there. Alright, somebody's asleep. Oh, Redbird is. Alright, we're going to unsubscribe him. Everybody's asleep here. Now, well, let's see. Did Chris get healed? Yeah, no injury, so he's fine. Brian is in a terrible mood. Sleeping on the ground, sleeping outside, sharing a bedroom with 4 other people. Evidently, some nighttime histrionics are disturbing his sleep. No joy and very tired. So hopefully this rest will boost him back up through the night. We'll go ahead and up it to level 3 just to get through the hours here. We still need to get this wall done. We really don't have anything to make traps with, per se, but it limits them coming in one person at a time, and we can put some sandbags down in here to give us some defenses. Lakeside Ridge, that sounds good. So, Brian wanted a name according to the game. There you go. Now, I don't like the fact that we have a bear in here. Our animals are here. The bear will attack our animals and potentially kill them. Alright, let's see. I guess I need to chop down some more trees here. So let's go ahead and order that up. We'll chop down trees here in the middle. Boy, those guys are zonked out. It's 11 o'clock in the afternoon and they're sleeping the day away. Chris is cloud watching. Brian's there with him. They have not put in our horseshoes yet. Alright, Redbird's down here hunting. Got us some food. The dog is eating it because he was hungry. Ah, don't do that. He's eating the ostrich corpse. Alright, now he's going to butcher it. Alright, I'm going to have to... You don't want him eating raw meat if you can help it. Who's my cook? I forget. That would be Chris. Where are you at, Chris? Hauling steel. Well, that's great, but I want you... Wow. Really? What are you doing? Alright, they're cutting through the floor. Let's see. Well, they're way out there. Can RC cook at all? Yes, he can. So we're going to get RC. Well, so the stove isn't full. Alright, so we're going to cut down the tree. We're going to cut down another tree. Get our stove filled up. And then get cooking. Alright, let's see. So somebody cooked a meal. Chris is out cloud watching. I need him to... come on. Did they eat all the ostrich meat already? Wow, so there must have been a lot of raw meat eating. Let's see, malnutrition, malnutrition. Nobody ate raw meat. Must have been all the animals. That's the only thing I can think, because I did not see any meat in my stockpile here. We don't have any meat showing up in our inventory. So, yeah, dire straits here, fellas. Let's see if I can find some more animals. There's a raccoon that we can hunt. We're going to hunt all three of those guys. An escape pod. Oh, well, that's great. We really can't afford a sixth person right now, food-wise, but let's take a look at... Can't do dumb labor, can't cook, can't craft. Farming, mining, research. We do need the research. Let's see if everybody else can do hauling. Alright, let's see. So what we have to do is you have to have a prisoner area. So we're going to make a sleeping spot. And I'm going to put it right there because it's kind of an individual room. People will be walking through it. But so be it. Let's see. Where is this person at? There they are. Alright, we're going to capture Ian the botanist. Oh, sorry about that. I have to go back down and trigger their bed as a prisoner bed. So we hit Y and turn that on. Alright, now we're going to go back to Frankua. Oh, and he's already kind of up there, so that's good. I'm going to ask him to capture Ian. And, of course, if we capture that person, we'll rename, and they join us, we will... Oh, rain. So rain will start putting all these fires out. That's very, very good news, because it had started coming south again here. I'd been keeping an eye on it, but... Alright, so let's see. Where is... Okay, Frankua is still heading back home. So what we need to do here is we want to take a look at Ian. Alright, so there's Ian in the prisoner room. We have an 87% recruitment difficulty, so 99% is basically impossible. So the lower, the better. So we're going to give them some meds. All we have is herbal. And we are going to chat and recruit them. Now, what comes into play there is your warden. So Brian will be our warden, has a 7 skill. And every once in a while, he will go talk to her, try to get her to come on board, or him. So there's Chris, our doctor, tending away. And you can see the bandaging happening here. So there you go. He just bandaged the spine. A cracked spine, that'll heal. Those are poor bandage jobs, but at least it stops the bleeding. We'll feed her, and there's Brian. And let's see, so we had a 0.58% chance. Not very good, but as he works with her, it will increase his ability, and hopefully at some point we can bring her on board. If not, we'll just let her go at some point in the future. Let's see, we're going to mark that one to mine. Alright, Brian's back to researching. I'm going to mark that boar to hunt. We need to get some food in here. Oh, there's one of the ibexes. Alright, a poor mood for RC. Why? Well, he ate a corpse, so he's not very happy at eating something dead. Just doesn't feel good. Raw food. So he ate a corpse, so he ate somebody that died. Wow, that's pretty bad. So there's a lot going on here bringing RC down, but he's butchering it up now, and we will... There's a mouse right there. We're going to kill that too. Oh, wild boar revenge. Uh-oh. Let's see. Chris, we're going to ask him to attack that boar. And, oh, looks like Redbird. We're going to draft him and get him to come down here. Alright, looks like they killed it. Nope, just injured. So, keep after it, fellas. Alright, now it's dead. So we'll release them from duty. You can haul it before you go in. You notice the speed slows down when there's combat. And of course, Frankua is now hurt. He got scratched 5 times, 4 times in the torso, once in the left leg, and his index finger was torn off and bleeding. So we've got to get that fixed up. Chris is tending to him, and again, you'll see his bandaging taking place. And once he heals up, then he'll be back to work. Losing the finger weakens his manipulation a little bit. Let's see, low food, low medicine. Okay, so Ian's fully healed, so she's up and about. Brian's recruiting her again. 0.77% chance today. It's once a day is what happens there. Brian is continuing to research. Not very much, and it's going to take a long time. That's a very, very challenging way to start your research. Much harder than starting off with stone cutting or something that takes 300 points to in the default game. Let's see. So we have some more steel here. I'm going to go ahead and get all this opened up here a little bit and then see what happens there. We've got some cargo pods and we have cloudberries. So everybody's asleep. He's resting. That's not, well, that's a little ways up there, but somebody will run up there a little bit later and get the food. As soon as Chris wakes up, he should get back to cooking. We've got some meat. The problem is none of our crops have formed yet either. So let's do this. Let's harvest. Okay, so there's going to be a few odds and ends in there that they can harvest. And plant cutting, let's make that a priority. And cooking, I will make that a priority. So when they wake up, there won't be anything to eat except for raw meat. There's a dog that ate some. Alright, Brian's cutting some trees and doing construction. Redbird's training the dog. RC's cooking. And that's good, so we'll get a couple of meals going there. Hopefully that allows them to not eat raw meat for a little while. And there's only... Okay, Chris is getting some rice, so that's going to allow him to cook a meal there. But I do need to go ahead and, let's see, there's a rat, a raccoon. We'll go ahead and mark those guys for hunting. Oh, there's a couple of bunnies and another rat. So we'll mark all those for hunting. So that'll keep Redbird busy for a little while. We've got some berries that we picked down here, so we'll get some fruit coming in. So at least we're not starving anymore, but it still is not where we want to be, but that's going to be until we get the electricity sorted out and we can start freezing or refrigerating our food long term. RC is going to be just mining away. Ironwood tree. And like I said, I think we've got enough food coming in from here. We'll have to take a look at it. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and hunt these things here too. Can't have enough food. I'd rather kill it and have too much than not have enough and go hungry. Alright, so we're making a little bit of pemmican, which is good. That's what we probably need to be making. So let me... Yeah, I've got that as the priority to make 50. And let's actually raise that up to 100. That way, until we have enough... because that lasts a lot longer. You see, that lasts 1 year. So, yeah, we'll do that. And that way, that'll be the priority. That'll last much, much longer. And on speed 3, everything goes pretty quickly. It's short days. Okay, they've got the horseshoes set up. So Chris is out having some fun. So you can see his joy going up. Awesome. So he pegged that out. RC's coming to take his turn. Tell you what, let's go ahead and do a chess table. Steel. No, I don't want to do steel. We're going to do wood. And then we're going to do a chair, also out of wood, for them to sit in. Alright, so we have a second place that they can find some entertainment. Once they mine this section out, I'll add another chair, and then they can actually have social interaction at the same time. I'm going to dig a door here so they aren't having to walk through the kitchen area, at least what's the kitchen area currently. And Chris is cooking away. Whoa. Where did Brian just go with that big stack of pemmican? He couldn't have eaten it all. Because we had 75, so he took 14. Oh, there it is right there. He fed her 14 pemmican. Wow. Well, let's see how many she eats when she wakes up. She ate it all. Wow. We're up to a 1.4% chance. She better be full after eating all that. That's pretty insane. Alright, so my stockpile's full here. Alright, we're going to have to address that. I'm going to set up another stockpile here. And in this one, we are going to do all the raw resources except kibble and wood. Wood breaks down while if it's not inside. It may not be as long as it's in a stockpile, but so we can get all the wood. All the wood will be here, but we can get all this steel out of here, and that'll be all those items that will free up for more food. So that's going to be some hauling jobs, but that's okay. Oh, I need to take that out of here though. So let's see. So we want all the raw resources here off, with the exception of kibble and wood. There we go. So there they go. They started moving it out, and that's going to free us up. There's some kibble for the animals. That's awesome. That way they quit eating the pemmican that we need for ourselves. Now this is not ideal. Ideally we would like to have some bedrooms set up. Problem is we don't really have anywhere that we can do that right now. You don't want to do it up here because this is going to be our entrance. Let's see, do we have any meat left? Pemmican. Yeah, we've got some rat meat, raccoon meat, hare meat. Oh, Red Fox Revenge. Alright. So he was, I guess he just got hungry, and he took it out. Now, luckily that's right outside, so we'll bring in the scraps and we'll eat it ourselves. And there's RC taking care of that for us. Alright, well, we're going to put a cut in right here. Again, not a lot accomplished, but we did finish our northern wall here, so we are enclosed. I want to get some traps up here for our protection. I would love some gun turrets, but that's going to be way off in the future. We will probably at some point seal in our farm area here, and then maybe take some of these doors out and then build an area up through this gap with some doors that'll take this place to give us that eastern access. And we've just got to get some basics going. You know, we're still living, hand to mouth from food. We have gotten a lot of items out of here, so that's good. And we've gotten all the stone out here. Let's see, does that cotton? I think the cotton might depreciate. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that because I don't know. And once I get, I think, 1 or 2 loads of cotton in, I'm going to change that to something else. I can either sell this to traders right now or just have a little stockpile for when the technology allows us to make cloth with that or something else. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put in a door here, and I want to wall off this area. Oh, I can't do that, so I'm going to wall off that area, and these I'm going to cancel. So that way they'll start there next time. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next episode.